Interesting episode of the Honest Bunch podcast. I do this thing every Monday and I love it. We are grateful that you're here. Thank you for your support. We will continue to curate great content for your viewing and listening pleasure.
Player.
I practice he enter. Let me not waste time. Let me just delve straight into the conversation. But make it not be like say person dey atlas. This subsidy remover, how you dey manage? I hope you no carry salary buy fuel. Don't worry. We shall come out stronger and we will all be great. Amen.
Amen.
Straight up to the introduction. And I would like to jump protocol because usually we supposed to follow existing protocol, but I will jump protocol. Why? Because the big masquerade is here. In my language, they call him Unukumwang. He doesn't come out unless in the month of August because he's an August visitor, even though we are not in August. Ladies and gentlemen, a man of enchanting physiognomy, many degrees and characters, somebody who we love and we respect, man of too much experience, wealth of experience. Make some noise for Nedu Official!
I have to clap for that.
Oh, Daddy, welcome.
That did not make everybody the same message now. A man of enchanting physiognomy.
Many degrees and characters. And ladies and gentlemen, the Ada Chirechi, the first daughter of the Honest Bunch. The lady that anytime you see her and she's wearing traditional outfit, you must ask her, where is the stallion or the Krikri star? Ladies and gentlemen, Mwaba and proud. First daughter of Abia State. Happiest girl in the world because of Dr. Chioma Alex Oti. Make some noise for Zini Boy! He hit the ground running.
Yes.
And he has been running since.
Yes.
May he not stop.
Amen.
Yes, consistency, very important. Ladies and gentlemen, we're joined by special people. You know, when we talk about the Honest Bunch podcast, we'll talk about powered by Gamic. Now then they are back. And then they give us 2-step. If NEPA take lights, they help us on generator. We get solar. Now why would they shine? This young man is a young man like no other. He's a source of great inspiration to so many young people. And I am certain that by the end of this conversation, you would know why I told this part in his introduction. Make some noise for the CEO of Gamic, Ukeme.
Thank you.
Ukeme.
Thank you.
My Akwa Ibom in-law. I greet you. How about you? Idioko, thank you very much. If you know, you know. You get the way we say you go chop some kind of soup. There's this joy that will come out of
Na
it.
soup, I been na soup.
If you know, you know. Oh, yeah, no wahala. I'm going to just delve straight into the conversation. But keep in mind, please, that the live session, you know, say we don't want to talk about this thing small. The live session where you would come out, see us in the flesh, have a great experience. There will be loads of celebrities. It's coming. If you want computer for the back of your mind, though, so that once the information come out quick, you go grab them because people plenty when they talk, say they want the part of her. So let me
You not
just
give them the dates where it go happen.
no, me I never talk dates.
Okay.
So that once they see them, because I rush, I see the hot. First come, first serve. So let me just delve straight into the conversation. Today we're discussing career, very, very important. And me I look people for eye. Those of you that come and say, hey, what do they even discuss? You don't watch. I'm done saying don't settle for the 30 seconds. If anyone you want, leave it. I know the fear una. Those that watch, una know say we know they play with conversations on top of the Honest Bunch. Not be say I raise my voice,
no
but
verse.
I just say make I talk am because he can get tiring. I bet una watchful. So we're discussing career today. And the Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary defines it as an occupation undertaking over a significant period in a person's life and with opportunities for progress. But it can't be like, say, some people not get understanding of what this thing be. And sometimes they just find themselves in certain situations and they just go with the flow. We're not supposed to be like that. Because if there's something where we say you do over a significant period of your life, you're supposed to prepare for them. And if opportunity is there for progress, you're supposed to be ready to take advantage of these opportunities. I think a very good place to start is to ask the billion-dollar question. All of us are here, we are talking. Isn't it? They say jollof now. And your food is sweet.
Chai.
Nedu here, once he on microphone, anywhere he hold microphone, everywhere shut down. the Gamic man, tech boy, everywhere shut down. Me here, everywhere shut down. But let me ask, ladies first, this thing where you they do here now. Now, what say you talk, say you go do for this life?
So,
yes.
I remember when I was younger,
Okay.
like when I was small,
Mm-hmm.
I used to hear my father and my mother. They're going to talk more seriously. So, this nigga go medicine.
Hey.
So she will have to make her to study science class. So she will study medicine. In my mind, I said, okay, I'll study medicine. I wanted to be a doctor then. That was in primary school.
And I'm sure that way you were what they will tell you, isn't it? Give me injection. You got me do your hand like this.
Small dog. They used to call me
Small
young dog.
Young dog.
No, Doc me stuffings.
So as I started secondary school,
The science was not science.
Integrated science was not doing me any good. So I said, well, I wish I said, no, I'm not sure I want to be a medical doctor. Say I would do commercial, My father said, okay. So I entered senior secondary. I was in commercial class. But thank God, the commercial class, we had selective for government. So I was doing better in government and literature than even the commerce that my father was really, So as I go university, that time I said, Daddy, be like I go study law. My father said, okay, law is still good. It's still a prestigious career.
So you be lawyer now.
Which lawyer?
Law waiting. Jump down now. In fact, before you even tell us your jump, so enough because you are already selling jollof rice. using food as cure to as medicine to hunger. So you are a doctor of hunger.
Doctor of hunger.
Baba, I just say your own story, they peculiar.
Oh, my own story funny.
First, Baba, just tell them who you be. By virtue of what you studied in the university.
Accountant, chartered accountant.
Thank you. I look at you today. What do you charter?
I don't know anymore. But anyway, I be talking before we on mic. Now for one bank for Kaduna time my mama carry me go now my mama tell me does it Chinedi I go if I here man. Yeah, going to be a banker. So the thing is, it was two options: accounting or banking and finance. Now I'm supposed to do for school. So before I go Madonna University, I went to the Polytechnic in Zaria, where they call them Nuhu Bamali Polytechnic now. Then I was studying. I did diploma in banking and finance. As I do diploma, I finished for that too. Now courtesan, I'm pushing me come out.
Story.
Narcotism. And then after I watch one Nigerian film, I don't know. I had the inside. No, Francis Duru, Joe Chan cut, sweet. Wait. My brother, I can't go jail. Meet one guy, his name is Stanley. I say, Baba Fa, I want join court. And the guy look me say, how you taking this idea? Because I don't know it. My brother tell me say you're there. My brother, that's same court is I'm pushing me come off for this school. But anyways, to cut the long story short, I can't end up going Madonna University. I can't study the same accounting. With my mama say, my brother, now when I did 200 level.
Now you know say you an accounting no level.
Me an accounting no level. But if I don't do that 200 level, I think that for 200 level, now I can't start when they can't say okay, we fit do I can. Because my mama tell me to say I can day and ACCA day. ACCA na the international one. My daughter say, make I finish one first of all. While I did, that's my mama notice say I don't come out. My love was waxing cold. I was backsliding from the account. My cousin make I go ahead. So I can't do P1. They call them PTP. I don't know.
You don't even remember.
I don't remember. So I can't before we finish 400 level. I don't become chartered already. You understand? Because they do as you the right exam for school. You write exam outside. So now accounting, do my brother now.
Entertainment practitioner.
See me where did the accounting? The only thing we concern accounting, what they have to count money. That's all. So,
I think Ukeme, I don't know if your own case is different.
Ukeme be like person we do microbiology.
As them born, I mean wear glasses.
Wear glasses.
I'm going to save the world. That's all your own case, Nick.
So funny enough, I actually studied computer science.
It's the same thing now.
You see, I'm not the same. Not tech. You see there now.
Not really.
But they're close.
Yeah, somewhat, because it's both science. But
was that what you wanted from the get-go?
Me, yes, but not my parents.
Interesting. So, good. May I just quickly talk my own? My own, they're different. Me, I won't become all these people they control traffic.
Hey,
No, serious. Not be last man. Then they call the yellow fever. You know why? People they come back from church that time. No vex. Now the year when we say, Baba wait now. Why not they do like this now? No.
I think that's only Gala people they do. You know, people come and come here in Benue State. I think that's only they. So you na traffic water.
No, wait.
So are they watching you now? I swear. No, you're calling the house.
No, wait, Baba. May I talk?
No,
See what inspired mine, if we they come back from church that time, now that year we say traffic lights no plenty at all. So he get one man, I don't know if he's still alive, God rest his soul. Then they call him whether an orange man or yellow. The man, if he they do that time with him white glove, he go they dance. So it was really, and then I was fascinated by that, the authority of just raising your hand and cars would stop. So that was what I wanted.
Power.
But my mama can't use
You needed it.
use
because-
30 decades of the Holy Rosary, pray the thing come off of my body. Because I was wondering why I won't do this thing. Why everybody looks say if I say I won't do this, they'll say God forbid. Why did God forbid? But it's interesting that we have all shared our
But
foundation.
you're not talking about what your mama through what may you be and waiting come out your mind from the thing. Make it talk am, say it here.
My mama or me I be Reverend Father. And then, but I can't go. Okay, so they be carry me go. Father John Pelzaski, God bless you. After common
Are
entrance.
you a seminary dropout?
No, I did not go to the seminar. I did not make it to seminary. My mama can't carry me go church. The man can't look me say, this boy they too young. Allow him finish junior secondary school. If he finish, maybe we'll come try see how we go take figo. I've been trying enter King's College, I don't see. All these model colleges, I don't see. I can't go Ajimoni Grammar School. When they occurred, I was like the youngest in my class. The people when they around me, senior me well. So in that intervening period, I can't learn so many things. After junior WAEC, I just noticed, I get one song when my mother always they sing. That day, any day when she sing that song, big thing won't happen. Bouncing in the Lord, I am bouncing in the Lord. Amen. That's what she asked me, Chukwudemwa, what about that thing we discussed? I said, what? You want to be a father? I say, Mama, the only father I want to be is father of many nations. But what I'm just saying, so this brings me to the fact that in everybody's story here, our parents were involved in choosing a career path for us.
Selfishly.
Is it?
Selfishly though.
Okay, good.
Yeah, because it's not
Selfish.
Now, no talk
So
about
because-
selfish.
So,
No talk.
So for me, I think for me, my father just wanted a prestigious career. What they would call prestigious at that time. Because if you're not there's this time, if you're not a doctor,
Engineer,
a lawyer, an engineer,
Or
accountant,
pilot.
you are not,
You are
you are
never
useless
do well.
person. You are a useless, you go come and say you want to play football, you want to be dancer.
Hey,
Or skit maker.
Are you Kola Obidi?
But now people are encouraging. So that was it. So at the end of the day, when I said I wanted to study law, my dad said, okay, law is still good. You can study at least Agasimu, Papa lawyer, the law.
wow.
That kind of thing. So, and when my first jump,
Jambio.
he jammed me where I can't carry and come tell my papa say, Daddy, this cut off mark, you know reach law. But if you buy me supplementary form to take study English language and literature. My papa said, God forbid, whose money? Me. Buy you supplementary form for what?
English language
Linguistic.
and
Those noisemakers.
Hey,
If you're
newscasters.
studying Igbo or English, you're a useless person. So I can't day house again for another 1 year. But my father just wanted me to go to school on merit. Because I
Okay.
persuaded him. I said,
Make
Daddy,
you no
what
be
if...
backyard.
Yeah. And my mom said, let this girl not stay at home again for the next year. So let her, if you want her to go on merit, let her put a lower course. It might not be law, but let her go on merit. Because my father too, I think our parents, they just want that ego. It's just about their ego at the end of the day. He just wanted, because I remember, I took that jump that second time. I put English language and literature. I was on the merit list. I was number 3 on the merit list in my department. My score was higher than cutoff mark for law. That year. Yes. I cried. But my father said, it's okay. You are on the merit list.
So long as it's on merit.
You are on the merit. You are going to school on merit. Do you understand? So, but once I entered there, I knew that I was not going to end up being anything English.
You can't like rice, jollof rice.
Native
I have gone into different career paths. I don't say waist bead. For this Lagos now, waist bead.
I think another thing also will inform her choice. Maybe not because she goes school for Aba.
I don't go school for Aba.
Where you go secondary school? Where you go university? Abia not the same thing now. Abia not the same thing now.
Aba is Abia Poly.
Aba not the same thing. But I also think one of the reasons is the economy. Even if economy is sweet that time, where then things say bad, then he informed this as pride and ego for parents. I think economy and poverty sometimes to make some parents want you, okay, I want you to be better. You understand? So no, do this one. I got my you understand? And I didn't go to school. You have to go to school. And if you have to go to school, no, and their idea of successful career were limited then. If you were not an accountant, you would be a doctor or a pilot or an engineer. I mean, that was what they knew. So for you to succeed, they'll tell you, oh, do this one. Now, if you are now an engineer, they'll come tell you, are you going to be a petrochemical engineer or you're going to be civil engineer? Do you understand what I'm saying? So that was all they knew that could give you money. That time, you cannot open your mouth and tell your parents they wanted to be an actor. They will look at you like you're being stupid. You can't open your mouth and tell them, say, I want to sing. Connie, are you mad? You can't tell them that. But I think those were the things that informed their choices. Now, it did not come also from a selfish point of view. It also comes from love because they want you to be better than they were. You understand? And also not knowing that while them they do them also they selfish. It was selfishness, but not an intentional selfishness.
I think sometimes it could be both.
Yes, it be both.
Because some parents, they do it for their selfish interest. So
Mama
she is a doctor, lawyer, engineer, wants to have all those professions in their house.
Yes.
And they're not really asking you, what do you really
want to be?
So you could also want to be a banker. You could want to be another prestigious career. But then they want to be that particular one so they can brag to their friends.
He get friends. He get my friend growing up that time, George. You know George. Then one of the person where they live with, the course where he say he want to go study in my actuarial science. I said, we can go into actuarial science. They say study for insurance or something. And the insurance where the guy won't go insure. That time, the papa won't make him move out of Nigeria. Now then they do insurance of all those insurance will not make sense. You know, say normal insurance, you go say insure motor, insure house.
So insure leg.
Then the one way want do. Yes, one way want do now insurance of body, of nyash, of insure your body parts, insure this one, insure. I said, does that exist? Also knowledge.
Yes.
Helps because if you not know, you not know. It be like right now when it be say everybody won't get picking where they play football. You understand? So that they go pay you $100 million. You understand?
Be music artist.
You understand? You also want to have a music artist when they be say, nah. People are looking for their parents. Parents they push their children to be influencers right now because anything will make money. And that I remember that time when they be say with the university, then they study waiting with no one study. Knows say for Yankee that time say for America say you go get counselor person will come tell you say okay person will go study you say this now how this person be this
know your strength
okay because of this person's strength he like me too much he should be a doctor a
doctor
surgery
plastic surgeon
plastic surgeon
you know rearrange you couldn't the money you get the point now you know do this one do that one. I think those are the things that has I've like in talk say is a bit of both selfishness and also love for he get family where I don't see say 7 of them now accountant them be.
So
7 of them now accountant, all of them mama be accountant, papa na accountant, there are 7 children na accountant. And the funny part be say now the last 2 then Duamo, but na music artists 2 of them be the guy now be the second to the last, the girl now be the last. Music artists 9 then 2 of them be. Then they in Australia, been in Canada then 2 they know and they are doing well.
I feel like sometimes it's us too that are choosing the career path because as we are growing, we are seeing these things. Sometimes it's not even our parents. We are seeing it because this career, we've looked at it as important. Because I remember my aunt, Yeah,
that's important. I'll come back to
she's
it.
She's my
Remind
cousin,
me.
but she's old. She's much
Okay,
older. So, Auntie Chi, that time, she did work for Shell. So, if they are giving
And she was single.
example, no, she was married.
Okay.
If they are giving example, they will say, Chi na run a Shell.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nobody else is giving example. Okay, if you are
Yes.
even talking about the younger ones or the other older ones, now where do they work? Do you understand? If you are giving an example that time, you are giving example. Chi na run a you don't know Chi. Chi one day when you na run a Shell. That was you
So
must add it there to give the family name and then us in our own house. Me, I'm thinking, hey, what would they attach to my name now when I start working that will make my father too
Proud.
You know.
So I will now be thinking, okay, engineer or something. And I'm now trying to force myself to do it because because I want to be important in the house.
Interesting.
Because take it or leave it. If I have 10 children, one is working at Shell. The other one is just doing yellow fever. Right?
Wow.
Catch
Wow,
yourself.
isn't it?
Blow.
No problem.
No, but
One is working at Shell, the other one is doing yellow fever, and 10 million naira comes up.
Yeah.
And this-
Who am I going to call? Am I calling the one?
Yes.
You won't help me.
even if the yellow fever can be the firstborn,
I'm
no.
not going to call you. You're not going to help
So it is good to establish.
Before you throw that in, just like Izine said there, I think is just like marriage comes into place as well. Families, parents also play a major role in this thing. Baba, sometimes people go family meeting. That time we'll go their house, say, my mama turn to do village meeting. All the village meeting will come.
in the house.
They give one woman where they drive one Honda Accord red. I cannot forget her son will be doctor for America. Now he send that motor. That time we use the motor play because if you near the motor touch, you go begin the cry. Say on one doctor. So all those things go make other parents too and make them get children too.
Very
when
true.
they say go they successful too. So if you bring any course where according to the little knowledge where your parents get, say now waiting go fee give you money. If you bring something where they not know, say that if fee give you money, then go shoot them down. Not knowing say that thing also fee give money.
Yeah, they basically use their environment to decide.
determine, yeah, to
But
determine
can we
what
also
person-
agree that at that time, music was not giving money, acting was not giving
Yeah, it
money.
hasn't
So you
evolved
can't
up to
really
this
blame
point.
them because they were saying, this thing will not give you money. I want the best for you, right?
I think
At
it's
least like now,
important.
people can allow their children to do OnlyFans and all those things. Moving on.
No,
He's
nobody
giving more
alive
money.
Can do only fan. Who go open
You
and
go
do-
shock.
Nobody go bump picking.
You go shock.
If some people, Chinedu make sure no, Sarah is here.
Okay. So I think it's important to emphasize that, like we have all mentioned, not be say our parents then get malice for mind, and not be like say they talk say you will be a hired assassin or an armed robber. Now engineer, doctor, disciplines when they talk say they're very noble. That was what they wanted for their children, and they could see that it came with success, and so that was what they wanted. That's number one. Then for us, because of say we be children, maybe we'll never reach the age where we say we'll go decide for ourselves, and we trust our parents to make the right decisions for us. We'll come begin to gravitate towards that, whether we
go to
struggle
their
or not.
approval.
That's number two. Then number three, like Ezine has rightly pointed out, what we knew at the time, not they as broadened as it is now. Say maybe person if you study veterinary medicine, this engineering.
I say
that
for
one.
medicine, different angles.
Exactly. So if I just say a doctor, if they work for hospital, now this thing they do.
But then a dog they treat it, no.
Let's talk about the educational sector in Nigeria and how this plays a part. Nedu cited an example and mentioned that in some parts you'll get counselor when go fit gauge you, know your strengths. Me, for example, now, all my siblings now science class now then go. And they did very, very well. And so it was expected. Dr. Emmanuel, Kenoski, Shodo, my elder sister. So when it can't reach my turn, when I don't say
yellow fever.
unless Baba, why they do like this now? When I know say if Naira and Kobo no dey the front of that figure, if they had me, mathematics they give me stress. Somebody can't go carry further maths. Join mathematics. Some people they call am arithmetic that time.
All those for the math. How did thing take come into play now, sir?
Even the cockroach where I dissect, I don't know it.
Now why they talk about our educational sector And coming from the computer engineer, we be saying, now waiting you want. You be like saying, now you be the lucky one. Your parents know what me do this or you follow. Me, my own, I just be like picking when they float. Because in the scheme of the children, before the love go reach me, it go take.
Yeah.
And so I just wanted to get and jam me. Salim.
You were a customer.
Salim. Jam me 4 times. Before I
only 2 times I write jam. I write jam the first time. I had
just
206.
twice,
I get 206 for the first one. The second one I can't get almost 300.
Baba, may I tell you what's funny? I get person. Shout out to Crusader, Kingsley Umezurike. In use him out talk. I know they hide them. 10 years.
Jesus.
Now I mean pursue admission.
Jesus.
And now waiting he eventually talk saying one study. 10 years, yes. Baba, that thing when they talk, no be joke. Say some people go write jam reach one point, they will send you polo. They go send you polo. The year when you gain admission, they go call say how far? We did not see. You know say that you they go buy jam from that year. Some places they don't master them. So in fact, some people had gotten to the point where when you reach, you go just look for those people and then go tell you say feeling like this. Come on, this. They don't be master.
Some people
year.
say if you put their name, the computer, any computer where you put their name, go complete them for you.
Complete them. Like say the name not there. Some go even they show green. Welcome. So our educational sector, is it not also a problem?
Oh, it is.
It is.
It's mainly a problem. Sorry to cut you, bruv. It's mainly a problem. It gets some schools where you go see for either Western world. If you see the courses where then they study, you go wonder how this one take because you go see they go say emotional intelligence something and because you go say so who want they teach this one? How you want con class can they teach emotional intelligence this one? I just create that one. Not be saying they exist. There are some names where you go see as course food. And before now later I can't know say food technology even different food science and technology. Now I know say they for Nigeria, but now later now I even know there are some science. There's some courses where you go. I tell you now after I finish university now. No, before I finish university, I don't say okay. Once I don't become masters, wait I tell myself I say once I don't become chartered. Before I finish, say I won't go. And I didn't know how. Because before I entered university, I started working for my mama Ministry of Solar Minerals for Kaduna that time. So my mama, they work with white man. So the white man mama, they work with. Sometimes the guy go bring some kind of schools and he teaches in University of Kent. And he travel go Bodebo. So I wanted to go to University of Kent. Kent University.
That's the same thing I was saying.
You understand? My mind I say, okay, after I finish
but today you can't. No, be say you don't go.
Funny enough, I don't pass the University of Kent. I don't pass that Kent University. I don't even get that. Sometimes I even go for UK Old Kent Road, New Kent Road. All this. I'm like, I remember one time. I don't even get the time to sit down and say I won't even do online course. Can't talk of
even if you want to do, I mean,
even if I want to, I can't. You understand? So I think all those things sometimes, like you said, it plays a major role. I opened the brochure because you can see brochure. My brother, you can see course where you don't understand the work, because I think most times one of the major problems, one of the major things that inhibits us, that drags us back and our parents is we they see the end before the beginning. We tell ourselves is okay, what I go do after I study this one.
Yeah, I go work for embassy.
I go work for embassy. I go do
work
this
for
one.
I
don't even know what life will carry you about. So we always see the end before the beginning. Timothy county. Marco
for PWC.
You understand what I'm saying? You know all those things. I think most of the major problem is now the end we see even before we
just start. To add to that in conversation, I think we don't also do like research. So it's okay to have that belief, say, okay, when I finish school, I won't go work for PWC, I won't go work for here. Mm-hmm. But then you never check how many people they also study that same course, won't go work for that place. Mm-hmm. Like she mentioned about law. In Nigeria, every single year, there are millions of lawyers that graduate from law school. Mm-hmm. And you're not looking, how competitive is this market? And with everything, we live in a capitalist society. Demand and supply basically gauges how valuable that is. Nigeria, we have a ton of doctors. My family, we have a doctor. Almost every family has one doctor. Mm-hmm. If not directly from you, maybe from your mama's side or your papa's side.
Even not the medical doctor, native doctor. If not native doctor, small doctor.
What's in the happen?
So people don't just check, okay, no be me get sense pass to say, okay, I want to go study this course. Check other people did and how competitive is that space. Then before you say, okay, I want to go work PwC, when I submit my CV, 1 million people also submit.
You understand?
Maybe
That
say that their
changes the
papa
thing.
get the PwC self. You're not
And-
going to even see.
And then Nigeria, because we have that stuff, Ezine had articulated on engineer, lawyer, doctor. So there are tons of people in those sectors in Nigeria. That's why in Nigeria, we are sending out doctors
Yes,
outside
we don't
every
put them in
city.
sports.
And we don't really still have deficit because every year millions of doctors are still graduating from school.
So,
And you know that, and
He
then-
get one time. Sorry. He get one time when I don't graduate from university that time. My brother, I can't wish. Say now wait till I study. I've never mentioned this before. So there was this girl. I can't remember. I don't know, Margaret or something. I can't remember her name. My brother. Why she they do French? She can't they learn German. Then can't do what do they call this? The people who study all this Asian language, Chinese language, what do they call them? Mandarin. She could speak 4 of these languages fluently. Baba, embassies they drag the girl.
So I think
So I can say, chai, I can say, na mama. If I had known. So it's knowledge.
but
Baba,
you
Yes,
can
it's-
still do
it's-
it.
it's-
You speak Igala.
it will be hard.
Everybody that
Nigeria.
You speak Igbo.
Everybody,
That's Nigeria.
everybody that don't
So,
finish
but-
NYC makes that same statement. If I had known.
Chai.
in the
A
educational
lot of people are saying that. If I
After
had known.
NYC.
After NYC.
in the educational
Sector.
you were talking about, like schools, what they take and everything. I feel like I studied English language and literature. If you're taking too many things together, some are going to suffer. You're going to pay attention to some more than some.
So now combine, you do
So-
combine course.
English, for me, I felt like, why are you putting English language and literature together? I can study only English, and I will not. There's a lot to talk about and study in English. Literature itself. There's a lot to study.
That be the right book and to read them.
So what you now get are graduates that are coming out better in one, not good in the other.
Deficient in the other.
For me, I came out with a second class upper. But me, I know the places.
Uriomi?
I know the places where give me that second class upper. I was a baddie in literature. Wake me up in the midnight. I will tell you the story because right from time I read books, watch documentaries. I want to hear stories. I want to hear you. I want to ask you questions. I want to hear your story and everything. So that was it. But if you now come and tell me compound sentences,
personification,
you now divide the
oxymoron,
compound
hyperbole.
sentences. I
Hyperbole.
don't know that shit.
Onomatopoeia.
Onomatopoeia.
I only studied it to pass.
I think which is also, I'll come back to that, which is also a major problem. Now, it'd be like one of our friend Anselm, you know, for
Oxford.
Anselm for
UK now. Oxford.
I don't know where else
Oxford.
for
Sheffield.
Sheffield. Anselm, they say for Sheffield. I think one thing that can help a lot of people now watching, because there's always something to take out from every episode. One thing that can help a lot of people now is if you have more than one degree. Anselm has 3 degrees. You understand? And also another thing again, he has 3 degrees. And if you say Anselm is almost 40, he's looking like he's 20 something. You understand? And also starting young is also another thing. Starting young is also another thing. And Nigeria does not help you to, you know, do that. Start early. Nigeria doesn't help you. I just saw one news recently that you have to be at a certain age before you get into, university.
I think people under 15.
Yeah, I saw that thing.
Will not be allowed.
You understand? Will not be allowed.
Genius or
Whether
not.
you're a child genius or not, you'll not be allowed. So you see those things.
That's really sad.
That's really sad. And those things, they drag you back. Imagine that at the age of 18, you have your first degree. Now, that age of 18, yes, savvy, you're book savvy, whatever you studied savvy, but you never really know what in life they talk about. You get me? You see, half the time, you have another 4 years or probably 5 years to get another degree. When it be said at the age of 22 or 23, you have 2 degrees. If you cannot decide, okay, make I do another course, and it's in like 2 years, so that by when I'm 25 or 26, I have my 3 degrees. But when you with your 3 degrees, now firms, now companies go to drag you. Now, after you have your first degree, you are more informed on what to add to this degree that will make it even stronger or that will complement that one where you get, or that will help you get a job somewhere else. The third one, do you understand what I'm saying? For example.
Yeah, and just to add to that, if you are very, very strategic with how you arrange those degrees,
Yes.
it could cross
Yes.
each other. So you can basically open doors that most people that
Most
have only
people
one
cannot, that have one
cannot
degree.
But
open.
are we taking away the Nigerian factor from this?
No, now they tell you, say
there are some
you
people
cannot
that
be in
have-
Nigeria.
Multiple degrees.
There are people that have multiple degrees, and they're on Instagram saying freshly baked banana bread, chocolate one, 2.5, this one.
So on that degree part, we need to also understand what degree
It
are
must
we
be
getting.
relevant.
It has to
No,
be relevant.
not
to
even
present
the
day.
career. Yeah, relevant to present day.
present
Because,
Yes.
like I mentioned, I studied computer science. Even though the story, I had to like fight for a couple years for my parents to agree. Because most people, when they talk about like tech, they just see the guy putting music in phone, flashing laptop. They don't know that there is more
There's
to
more.
that. But going back to that, a lot of universities. Most private universities, they are really trying, but a lot of public
Then they
universities, they
draw
are still
the
teaching
desktop
like
for wall. For
teaching
board.
things that are like
Analog.
far back. I'm not
CPU.
trying to
Go draw CPU.
shit on any university, but a lot of them, like in computer science, they are still teaching some old programming language that nobody is using.
In the 21st century.
How are you expected to compete on the global stage
Hey.
with that?
You get person why
Very big question. How are you expected
Damn
to
it.
compete
People
on
that
the global
have excelled,
stage?
most people that have excelled, they were self-taught.
I have a friend, Dami, with the I can't remember the name of the university now in the UK. You know what thing she go study? Physiotherapy. And guess why she studied physiotherapy? She's a Ronaldo fan. Why she go study physiotherapy? Now when she Google the amount where the person where they press Ronaldo leg they collect. I make her go study extra for her second degree. So like he said, if you also see options and what you can get from how many people 10 years ago, if I tell my papa say I want to go study physiotherapy, or 20 years ago, tell us I want to go, oh yeah, jogging. What is physiotherapy?
What do you want to do?
What do you want to
Agapogi doctor.
Agapogi doctor. After it now, what are you going to do? Meanwhile, they say physiotherapy is when you say Chelsea, they drag for that lady. Eva or something. When they drag for her, this club they drag for her, this club they drag. You got to send a player, but not be player.
So see,
I also think, that if there are more people, like you said before, if there are more people
Chasing the career.
chasing a
It's
particular
like looking
career
for love in
because
Lagos
of
when you know say love more and then too much.
It's case.
no, but you can go to
because
mainland
of
now.
the relevance.
In Lagos, innit?
Like now, tech and football and music. They are
Fintech.
everybody wants to be.
No, football is different too.
No, I'm saying they are
Hey,
giving.
Benzema money. You know how much Benzema
No,
money?
I'm just saying. I'm sorry
For 2 years.
sorry to disrespect football at this point.
Don't do-
putting them on that.
Remove football there.
Okay.
Do you know how much Ronaldo is collecting in one day? He go buy this building 22.
But the problem
But
with
what
that
I'm saying,
I think she's heading towards how many Ronaldo
I'm
can
heading,
have.
Yes.
I'm heading towards like. Don't we think that if too many people now
Come enter one
come
place.
enter one place, you remember one time for this Lagos where we say everybody na makeup artist.
Well,
Mwah.
It gets
Well,
one
mwah.
time where we
Facebook
say
by moi.
any girl where you touch, she go tell you say I'm a makeup artist. I'm a makeup artist. What did he do? He watered down the value of makeup artistry.
Artisticism.
Because now if you say you're a makeup artist, I'm looking at you, I can't say makeup. It's not because everybody is a makeup
Oh, he
artist.
waters the value
He
down.
waters the, so now what now happens is that if everybody is chasing tech, the people that study the Igbo language are going to be very important now because there are few in the market. And when they make it to the UK and they go to Harvard, how many people studied English Igbo language? How many people are going to translate Igbo language for these people? And we have
by
like,
the way,
like
that-
2 people or 3 people. So now, what does it turn out for those people? I can stand
It's a
and
gold
give you
mine.
that. I can stand and give you Benzema prize.
Do you know
But
the
now
funny
you
part?
should go and
Do you know the
find-
funny part? That same answer and why they talk so. He's teaching in university. He's teaching in university as he did so, and he has other certificate where they give him other things when they be saying they do. So I think this thing where you talk so now, it also boils down to what he said: knowledge, understanding options.
The information
available to you. Now, if the information not there available, it's like, okay, let me break it down. It's like, let me bring it to content creation. The only person that we know when it comes to doing skits that has to do with audition is Just Too Funny. Now, another person can come, I don't want to remember their name, started doing an audition skit as well. Now, you not do your own you not do your own research to understand what can best suit you, or you just want to do because this person they work, they get views and stuff for this one. I just saw one recently again, somebody do audition again. You understand? So I think is if you're and the thing that will come water down that audition.
So the perception say this thing they successful. So everybody now wants to
rush into it. And sometimes you cannot blame people when they be say, now where shit they now fly they go. You understand? Not true. Now where shit they now fly they go. Sometimes they just want to do it. Okay, make I do the one way I know. Man, no go do because now what you know, now you go fit. Know how to. For example, you can't enter into a business that you don't understand.
But some people go look say they make money for there. I remember the time when we say almost every street corner where you turn, there's a pure water factory in Lagos. There was a time that it was like everybody pure.
My brother, that was
then
one
when
time.
they start the business like this, NAFDAC visit them once, they begin sweat.
That was one time.
Purifier get problem, they begin sweat.
My mother collect money. There was one time that the thing that was raining that time. This was far back as 2009 in Kaduna that time. My mama come out money. No, 2010. January or thereabout, because that was about the same period I left Kaduna to Lagos. My mama gather money, give me, make I begin go, they do business of recharge card where you go, they print the number for paper, they sell because there was money in it. But by the time I can't see, make I go, they do plenty people don't flood it. Come plenty. So the value now don't come
water down.
That one I'll basically associate it to Nigerians always having the gold rush syndrome.
True.
Where once they discover gold somewhere, everybody's trying to go there.
Everybody wants to be an influencer.
I had mentioned. But I think even if you want to do that, you should review your strategy. So instead of also trying to go and mine the gold, start selling the shovel. Instead of you trying to also do what other people are doing, look at that environment. What support do they need? Can I offer? This podcast, we have people that are editing. We have people that are editing even the voice. We have people who are shooting it. We have a lot of things, lighting. It's not everybody that has to sit here. Here is limited to, let's say, 4 people.
The amazing quartet.
But then the people working behind the scenes could be like 30, 60.
More.
So it's for you to just identify, okay, everybody is running here as they hot. But what can I do? I also love that thing. But what can I do around that environment that still gets me associated with that thing?
And that still
so
has
even with
value.
But
even with like
I think their fear is that.
Isn't it Onyaba? Hold on. Is it you see this thing we in talk is quite deeper than it sounds. Now, and it applies to every field. It shows you that you don't even have to go to school, to make money from this thing we in talk. For instance, example. But you can go if you go to school, it's better.
Good for you.
Wouldn't be the sectors where they work. Doctors, they work for them. You can put money into making the stethoscope that every doctor must buy. Now, football, you can put money. Not be everybody. How many do you ever think of the company that makes the football that they play?
Self.
You don't think
And
of it.
Even the services.
Science don't even
science
go
don't
into
be-
We've
that.
not even thought of the ticketing
The ticketing
company
company,
itself.
your science done the day into making that football.
Yes.
Now you never think of it. You know they think of the Gucci bags people they buy. You know no say Gucci, Nakano. Some of them they come buy leather. So there's some above our friend above. He they sell horn.
That's it. That's
On that horn of goat, of a cow, of ram.
Now raw material now.
Now raw material.
When if you check the final product, you go shop.
Millions. This guy they make every day. Ask him, what do you make from this thing? When the guy carry me and go in factory? If you see millions where this guy they make. So the thing also, those is same applies for those when they say they play football. Nike they make boot. This one they make boot. You know, say that store the way they under boot. If it be say not be Nike, they even make the store. If it be say they buy the store. Like for example, the iPhone where you they use the screen another place they get them from. The audio now from another place they get them from. This one another place they get them from. They are different things.
Do you know that what you said about your friend now? He's cashing out. You know, go one cast them. Trust me, there will be a few people doing it in this Nigeria.
The physiotherapy.
No, I'm saying the raw material thing.
Okay,
it's
okay.
not a lot of people
not a
doing
lot.
it. He never cast.
I'm sure you never heard that
Once
before.
I never heard you. And now, if I be gold rusher, as you don't talk, I'm now. Don't the reason I'm say.
Go find the next
As I reason,
abattoir.
everybody will watch this podcast. Go the reason I'm. Before you know, everybody won't do them.
Go issue joints,
cast.
make them come out the horn for you. So I think it's
He go
interesting.
cast.
I think it's interesting to point out that it's good as we don't build this thing, we don't build them well. We don't talk about parents and the love we then get. We don't talk about young people we don't even know. We just want, oh, my dad wants me or my mommy wants me to become a doctor. This is what I want to go for. Then we don't talk about problem when still they exist. Because we have spoken about our educational sector. We have gotten to the point where people just want to get this degree so that tomorrow if then they insult person saying no go school, nobody go fit talk about them. But let's talk about the generation of young people. If we look at Nigeria's population demography now, young parents, young people who are aspiring to be parents, people who have younger siblings, and the information that is available to us to teach them. What is the place of talent? No, Baba, no verse. I go allow you go. Because, for example, if you discover, say, this person sabi sing, this person gave us, this person sabi act, you can enroll that child in, let me say, PEFT. You understand? But everybody go, they look, say, if no be UI, if no be Unilag, if no be UNN, he no go. Some people fit go school like the Abamieda, fella Nicola Kukuti. His parents wanted him to study medicine. The guy go university, he can't go study music. He study him, not be say inspiration come from say he do something. He study him, he sabi the notes. Now why Baba go use 30 minutes blow saxophone? Your head go dey burst. Now what is the place of talent? And the reason why I say this is because many of us are now in the position where we can advise our younger ones. Some of us don't waka we no really correct like that because of maybe the influence of our parents and say we don't know. But now we don't know. What is that influence?
I think that now if I understand the question where they ask now, say okay, how you go take know your talent so you go build on that talent
and to be identified for people. How we go be their counselors now?
As they talk this thing out, it remind me of something when I did Abuja, the church where they go Praise and Power Chapel of Grace for Abuja that time. You get one aunt in a bank, she dey work. That bank we don't scatter now. Inland Bank, I been a Bank PHB. Now she dey work that time, Bank PHB. My brother. But every Sunday, the money where this woman they make from tea and moi and toasted bread, my brother, she know they make them in a month.
Are you serious?
As a banker.
Tea and moi and toasted bread, which they sell for church.
Which they sell for church after church. People they follow from other churches, other places, come there, come buy her moi, buy her this thing. Tea
and toasted bread.
I see the hot. And only God, Baba, I can't explain. It be like some people say go fry akara, you go say they use blood fry and I make put the plenty. No, they wash put inside. She knows how her moi is heavenly. Her tea is heavenly. You know, reach how many times she resigned from the work. Resigned from the work, became very big in Abuja. I don't forget that name of her business. I became very big. She don't relocate now. I think that she did Canada or something. You relocate, making mad money. And where these G's come start from? What make me bring the G's? They ask her, say, why you can't go the work for bank where you know saying that this thing they do? He say, in don't already like things we get to do with food since when she's small. She dey cook food where people not know say she fit cook. She dey adventurous with food. As a child.
Wow.
She dey adventurous as a child. What if I mix this one and this one? No, you should not see them anywhere. Nobody dey teach her. I get one singles. You know, church they always do singles. This night she talk this thing. Nobody dey teach her. She go just go. Make I mix this thing and this thing. Man, see how you go work. Yes. That's why some people you go do zobo. But if it's in the do zobo, her zobo is heavenly. You go ask her, but she not gonna give you the recipe of azobo. If person go chop banana cake bread, but this person banana cake bread, hey
trademark.
God, it's trademark. How you take do? So I think innately in everybody is a gift. You just have to find it. Even the Bible talk not be your talent go make ways for you. It's your gift that will make ways for you.
Just adding to that. I think parents need to start paying attention to their kids and see what they have. So I know someone here on the island, an elite, discovered that the kids love swimming. Signed her up at the swimming school.
From a young age.
I also have to give it to the woman. She was really strategic. So immediately she identified what the kid loved. She leveraged on it immediately. There are countries in the world that are giving school scholarship. So she enrolled the kid in swimming school. The kid was doing really well. And as I'm talking to you, the kid is on scholarship in Canada.
I have a
future Michael.
Before I continue, sorry, I wasn't done. Now, thank you for cutting me and saying that thing also. It goes to parents. Shine your eye. You will just carry belly. Shine eye. Your eye. You will go carry belly this weekend. Shine your eye. Now,
I sabi.
I'm just saying. See, the thing is, somebody once told me about this talent thing, because nobody don't feel explain how you go take know your talent and what be your gift. Now, I'm going to say it this way. Now, what be that thing where you did do easy past any other person?
When they come easy to
When
you.
they come easy to, but if another person want do am, they had them. That is your talent and your gift, and it can be more than one.
Yes. So this one happened to me. No be say anything. I dey make hair when I dey university.
You get what you not do. You sell, you make hair, you do.
No talent now. He said waist bead.
You understand? Waist bead.
My papa them not to get money. Yeah. So in the university, they go give me money, but I dey make people hair. They pay my bills for university.
And nobody say you learn them.
So
Like
what
they
happened
enroll you
was
for under one.
nobody enroll me anywhere.
My late sister was the same thing.
When I did primary school, it's weird, but I'm going to share it on this podcast.
Please feel free.
Every night I go to sleep, there's a hand that comes to my dream and just keeps doing this. So it happened the first, it's weird, but that's what it is.
But was there like somebody in the area?
There was no
Body in the area that
so that's
make
why
people say you don't
I
look
say
the person in
revelation.
corner.
So when people say I had a revelation, believe them.
Yes.
So the first time that hand came to me in the dream and he did that, na hair, baby doll, baby hair, and he made it.
Hey,
and as I woke up in the morning, I say, I had one, yes, because my mama they buy all these small doll baby we get hair. I say, this is the big hair. So I made it. Then the next day, that hand came again.
This is Emeka, a skilled video editor working on his newest documentary. But things take a turn for the worst when his video editing program crashes and ruins his project files. Feeling frustrated and unsure of what to do next, Emeka finds Gamic, a community chat app that connects him with other video editors from all over the world. With your help and support, Emeka is able to get his lost project files back, feeling thankful for the gaming community that helped him overcome this challenge. With Gamic, Emeka knows he can overcome any obstacle.
So after that thing came 2 times, I started expecting it. I started expecting the hand. So it will come and it will now start giving me different styles. So when I see somebody carrying hair, I'm looking at it and I'm trying to figure out how did they do this hair? And in my mind, I say, no worry. For night, I go see him.
Hey.
And when I'm peacefully sleeping, I don't know what happens. And it just comes to me. And then, with my imagination, I started cutting my hair. In primary school, I used to make hair. So I started...
going to remind me of my sister.
I started cutting my hair. I'll be cutting my hair and be making it. If I make my hair today and go to school, then when I come back in the evening, I'll loosen it. Tomorrow, I will make this other style.
Police
Next
cap.
tomorrow, I will loosen it. One day, I dey waka for road, they make my hair. Okada won't jam me. Now my neighbors come call my mama say, no, stop it. Oh, this girl, she will go crazy. She's always losing. There's never a time
Now
her
you
hair.
make this hair?
No. Okay. There's never, but I make my hair myself. But there's never a time her hair is together. It's always scattered because she's losing it and making it. My mama carry me that night.
Beat you.
Carry me after she beats me finish. She carry me go barb me salon. Barb me go rima.
And you see this thing where she do?
I know.
Feet touch
my hair to her.
Should have
She
probably
knows
owned
it.
it.
I'm going
Somewhere.
somewhere. It's ignorance that causes it. You can't blame them.
Yeah.
It's their foresight. It's what they saw at the time.
When we say Okada nearly jam you.
Yeah, she
Which kind of hair you dey do?
Imagine at that time, say all those hair, as you do them, they snap them, they do them, they snap them. You call that calendar of different hairstyles.
Do you understand? So my mama said, no be me, no be she, I go kill. Make my papa.
It's a business, I'm an Igbo man, innit?
She come carry me, go barb my hair for me.
Kai.
I felt so bad. When she stopped me from making my hair, if I go to school, I go come, they tell my classmates, say, this your hair rough. Oh. During break, I
You
go
go
carry
make
them,
am for
go
them.
for back. I go they make.
Hey,
I didn't make my hair my whole secondary school until SS2 or so. But trust me, in my secondary, my mama, when I did go secondary school, my mama say, if you go to that your school, federal, please don't tell anybody that you can make hair. It's going to distract you. Don't tell them. I say, okay. I go once in your room. I see the hair no.
your body go even dey do you like this. But they can't say no hair, no hair.
Why get they make her hair for her? I say, sister, what's her name? She's not getting it. She said, can you make it? I say, yes. That was the day I got into trouble. Every Saturday, sometimes I used to sleep in. I would run to class. I used to I'll make like 5 seniors their hairs.
Wow.
But what it did was it made my hand strong. In the university.
And you can't get value among the seniors.
Yes, I was preparing myself for the university. That income I made with making people's hair in the university, that was the training that I got since I was small. So I don't ever, when they say somebody has a talent and they say, I don't know how I can do it. I don't know. I didn't learn it. I believe them.
You know this thing also. Where I want to carry this thing go, it might sound scary and off to a lot of people. It's like the spiritual thing. You know when I talk about it sometimes. Now this brings me to a lot of people when it be say, then go tell you say, oh, now because of no, I don't have to say this. Let me not say it. Moving on. I don't
just
want to
to add to
I don't want to say
But me, my own talent. If I say sometimes, if I do like my waist, go just dey.
just to
then they wipe you for underwater.
just to add to what she said, let's say it's this our generation. I will have to say to our generation, if you have a child that has like a gift, like a zine, you've already hit a jackpot with your kid. The child too have already hit a jackpot. You need to start at that point, start researching that industry. Understand, okay, how can my daughter get into that industry and then make it? And I also understand a lot of Nigerians, when they look at it, is, oh, can this job
bring money?
That's
the end.
Everything is at scale.
On that tree, you are plating hair.
Wow.
Look at it as scale. Okay, how can what my daughter is doing right now, how can I scale it up to a point that, okay, it can buy that car for me. It can take care of my daughter. It can take care of her
she
family.
She go sit down, train other people.
And then you start researching into the industry and you always find something. For her, knowing how to make hair, she knows, sorry, what do they call this stuff you use? Attachment. Yeah. She knows an attachment that is good and an attachment that is not good from using it. So there are 1,000 things that she could do. Right now, we have influencers in almost every niche. She could be influencing people's hair.
If you come the influencer, when you even call your hand, fish show the work way they do. I saw a video. I don't know if it was from the UK or the US. When the lady been filmed somebody when come in house to come make her hair. It was supposed to be cornrows or something. I've been her braids. The person they charge, I don't know if it's the US or the UK, 200. I don't know if it was 200 pounds or $200 dollars. But I've heard that people actually relocate from Nigeria. Yes. People, when they tie themselves, they relocate from Nigeria, go some parts of Europe, and then they make better money.
That get we follow thunder ties. What mean that thunder ties get we follow shoe skits? You know, say get one of her friend we follow that my friend Debbie we follow shoe skits one time like that. That I will see for that former landlord house. She did Germany. What they give her money?
Now this hand.
Well, you know that it's still the same thing. It still comes back to the same thing I said, that there are not a lot of people doing it there.
Yes.
That's why it's expensive.
Demand and supply.
Yeah, demand.
But then
and
also
supply.
you can also look at scale. So outside, like I would use influencing the hairstyles as an example. She can now have her own brand of hair because she's an influencer. Now we see like celebrities launching lip gloss line.
Perfumes.
Then if you're, let's say, in the main clothing space, you influence, they are not launching brand.
But there are some people that, anything we consign products, soap, if they mix them for you here, but not be the ones where some of them will they see for social media now.
Come mix person color go change.
Can they mix kobo? You get someone if you say the social media now, then go mix. My brother, they mix kobo everything. The thing what they mix, not be then they use. You get the point now. Well, the thing is, just like he said, if you be parents, we did there. And you notice for your pikin, so my pikin get this talent, they do am easy pass another person, and you not see future for that thing. You not believe say you like customer try to get, say you go to get 1,000 for this thing. Scale them up. You understand? Okay, do research about that thing. How do I make this bigger? How do I make this bigger? And also be attentive to your words, be attentive to your children, and know the talent. Because the truth is, as we did 20 years ago, where I go study accounting, I be accountant, not be able to they carry chop money now, and another thing that they carry chop money, things go still come up 10 years from now.
So
we go make this thing where we
continually evolve.
Continually evolve. The world keeps changing. Now AI now they chop money. People anybody sabi all those things. AI that is eating a lot of money. Now this AI where they now you go shock say in the next 5 years this AI where they go be laughing stock to those when it be say they do it. Maybe Apple just come out one big headset now.
Yes.
You understand where you go there. Only you one go. You go be like say you dey mad. You go shock say in the next 1 year or the next 2 years the one way go there. If you be say you go just put them for here now, just plug one thing from here. You don't design another thing.
Let me even tell a story that doesn't even would sound in well to the ears of most African parents. My company, apart from like our application, our chat app, we also have a gaming community. We started with gaming before we built our chat app. When I traveled to South Korea a couple years ago, I went to an esports event and I saw a game of like PlayStation esports event, and it was filled up as if Wizkid and Burna Boy together are hosting a show.
Jesus.
And then you're seeing young kids with like glasses, what most people will call nerds, and they are like the biggest celebrity. They come out and they are like this, and the whole stadium is going crazy. Game. And then when I came back to Nigeria, I was like, we have 70% population of young people. Just our young people are more than the whole of South Korea. And then there are young people playing games, and then parents are chastising them for doing that. Going back to the story, while running the gaming community, we had a competition in Dubai, and we picked some young guys from our community that were really good. One of them, a week before that, his dad broke his phone because he was playing too much game. So when the company reached out to the dad to tell him that, oh, your son is going to Dubai for an esports competition, want to take permission, the dad was like, it's not true. So one of our teammates had to photocopy his passport. I understand for security, photocopy all his personal information and sent to the man. And then even went to visit the man. And the man was like, he has been to Dubai. How is it that this game, like, sir, this is what he has been doing, and this is what he can. The boy went to Dubai, all expense paid, was there for a couple days, played the tournament, they took second position, won some money, and all of them, they came back to Nigeria. The dad was like, after that single event, the dad was like, my son, forgive me. Any game you want to play, if this your phone is hot. We did a documentary of the whole thing and we posted it on our YouTube, Gamic, on our YouTube page. We just dropped it. But like even me, through that experience, like I felt like I went through my own personal experience again. Because like me studying computer science wasn't the plan. I come from Akwa Ibom, and there are a lot of oil companies there. Like we already established, our parents look around and make decisions. So they're like, oh, if you're an engineer, you can be working in Mobile or you can be working in this. So a lot of people, and Akwa Ibom, they love education. So like jam period, like everywhere. Engineer, doctor, engineer, mostly engineer. So engineering faculties in universities, they are very, very competitive. So you need to score really high to get in. So my parents were like, you have to be an engineer, They wanted either petrochemical or mechanical. And I don't know, maybe it was God. Every single time I wrote the jam and I actually passed. But then, like I said, it was really competitive. Very competitive. So the university will now say, okay, you're not going to do petrochemical. When I apply for petrochemical, you will do electrical. And I hated electrical. My parents knew that I really hated electrical engineering with passion. So they're like, okay, no what? Next time you try. Next, I write again. They'll give me chemical engineering. I'm like, I'm not doing this. Like, okay, you try. So what my luck was that while I was doing this time, which personal education is really, really good, I was learning with my phone. I started with branding and design. I was designing things using my phone. That's why like when young people are saying, I cannot, like you have a smartphone, you have internet, you have data. So I was already doing all those things. So my elder sister who studied medicine had to like come in and tell my parents, like, you see this boy, he spends hours indoors, can stay for a week and not go outside. And he's just dabbling with computers. That is what he's interested in. But like I said, parents will now look around and be like, who is doing
Who
computer that
who
is
in
so
our
well?
way?
Because
Is playing with their phone.
You know, when I was, are you done?
Yeah. So what I basically wanted to say is that parents, when you see something your child is doing, you don't just jump to like, cutting them off. Try and understand. Like if that, I won't even go into that. But if any parent who is like trying to stop their child from like gaming, just go on Google and type esports and see how much. Saudi Arabia just set out a couple $2 billion to invest in their esports industry.
A couple $1 billion.
Yay. So if they just did that single Google search, it would have changed the conversation they had with their kids. So like understanding the talent of the child and then like reflecting on the industry to try and see if there's an opportunity is really, really important.
I think it's information as well.
It's not, the game you're talking about is not Snake and Ladder. It's not waiting with that one. Women
Was
they
it
play.
get the way they do those things?
I think it's information because you can't blame my mom for what she did at the time because it was the information she had. She felt like
very true.
because when I used to make neck before I came for youth service, I stayed some months at home before I came for youth service. So I used to make neck beads, beaded neck pieces, beaded bags and all. So if I make them, I will now put white cloth, I will now snap. Every time I'm pressing my phone, I'm looking for customer, I'm posting, people are asking prices. My father was not understanding it. Why will a young girl always be on her phone? What's happening? So he was angry. He said, I'll take your phone away from you. Why are you pressing your phone every time? You are pressing your phone more than me, that I have business. My customers have not even called me the way you're pressing your phone. And I showed my dad and I said, this is it too. The DM, how much? And I'm negotiating.
As an Igbo man, I see how much.
He understood it. And then he said, okay, that's okay.
So sometimes
he started leaving me.
You also have to be able to explain
it's
to them. That is if they even want to listen to you.
So a similar thing also happened recently. My younger brother, every time he's on the laptop. For my father, once you're on the laptop,
you are shashe.
Once you're on the laptop, you are Yahoo, you are a scammer. So my father got really angry. Like, I don't want this boy to start behaving badly. Why is he always pressing? This boy, they do forex trading. Sincerely, that's what he does. So my father had to call me to say, I've confronted him. He's not stopped, but I'm complaining to you as his elder sister. What is this thing he's doing? Can you do? I don't want policemen to come here and come and say he did this.
And he's also saying it from a place of love.
And I said, Daddy, no, that boy is doing forex. I called the boy. I said, please, can you explain to your father?
Yeah.
Tell him what I didn't show him.
So I think that information and the awareness. That's why when we spoke about young people, we talk, say, those, we when we did the position, we say, we don't de expose now, we don't know. When we serve as counselors to our siblings, our younger siblings, make we do it. Make we also educate our parents. It's not from a place of hate. It's from a place of love. Because like, he not talk, he no one may one day then go barge into the house, say, he defraud somebody. So, I mean, this conversation cannot be better.
Can I have it?
No other podcast. Wait, Baba, no other podcast will give you this. So let's give you assignment. What you they do now? Now waiting you been study for university, number one. Waiting you study. Now waiting you want, now waiting your parents want. Scatter our comment section.
Another thing again.
Scatter it.
Another thing, if I can't now work, not go laugh for this one. So I go do FBI or CIA. I can never forget.
We are powered by Gamic. Thank you very much, Ukeme. God bless you. Refreshed by Passer. I beg, the live session, keep on for the back of the mind though. It go hot, it go make sense. It's the 5th of July. Not be 5th, not be 5th, now 5th. 5th, yes. 5th. The 5th of July.
Our live session is the 5th of July.
5th of July.
And it's going to be somewhere on the island. Just dignify. See, just signify your interest. In fact, it will let you know what you need to do to be part of it. I know say plenty of you have sent me a message. When are people doing live? When are people doing live? I'm coming from Oshogbo. Let me know. When are people doing live?
It's going to be a shutdown. Thank you so much.
Thank you very
grateful.
much.
See, as podcast, people will learn. We not be their mates. We not be their mates. We not be their mates.